Let's get more on this. Bring in Joseph Cheng, who's been following the story from Hong Kong. Joseph, good of you to join us. Now, there was a lot of pressure on the South Korean President Moon Jae-in to achieve something concrete when it came to denuclearization. Do you think that's been achieved?
Well, the atmospherics are certainly very good, but substantial achievements remain doubtful. Much will depend on whether Washington, D.C. and Pyongyang can continue constructive negotiations subsequently. Apparently, Pyongyang is not happy with the American demand that it should complete its denuclearization process first before the United States will lift its economic sanctions and various sanctions against North Korea. So the South Korean president is trying to introduce a kind of step-to-step process, hence this North Korean pledge to freeze a permanent nuclear testing site as a first step to try to persuade the United States to do something in return, at least to uplift its sanctions partially, so as to allow a negotiating process to progress.
Let's pick up on some of the more specific things announced. North Korea agreeing to dismantle its main nuclear facility if President Trump takes reciprocal measures. How do you think that's going to go down in the U.S.?
We don't know yet. As we were saying, President Donald Trump demands North Korea to do everything first, to absolutely demonstrate its completion of the denuclearization process before it will uplift sanctions and so on. Pyongyang has certainly proposed other more significant intermediate measures, like some kind of peace agreement between Washington, D.C. and Pyongyang. So it needs to be worked out, some kind of step-by-step process to lead to different stages in the negotiation before you can have a wholesale deal. The freezing of a permanent missile launch site is probably seen as inadequate from the point of view of the Donald Trump administration. But at the same time, the Pyongyang also wants some reciprocal measures from Washington, D.C. And here is the difficulty. Which side will make some more concrete, more substantial step first? And of course, the South Korean president is working very hard to bring about, to facilitate this process.
Looking at the inter-Korean relationship, quite a few things announced, including the joint hosting of the 2032 Summer Olympics, a joint military committee. What did you make of these announcements? Is it going to go down well with the people of South Korea?
It will go down fairly well, but these are distant measures and only of symbolic value. The South Korean president is suffering from a decline in popularity because of domestic economic difficulties, and he needs some diplomatic achievements. However, it is impossible at this stage for South Korea to engage in substantial economic exchanges with North Korea because of the maintenance of the sanctions against Pyongyang. So it is rather difficult for the South Korean president to propose anything concrete, such as the resumption of the industrial park it used to operate in Pyongyang, the promotion of tourism industry, bringing South Korean tourists back to North Korea again. So you only have symbolic gestures you just mentioned, as well as family reunions through the International Red Cross.
Joseph Cheng, good to speak to you, speaking to us there from Hong Kong.